Welcome back to the exciting adventures of Beefstick the Barbarian. Last time, we petitioned the god Gallowayne for help. And he showed us a vision of a lion and a bear at a stalemate, and a cave shaped like the maw of a wolf in a religious district, which I'm thinking is this, because this is a religious type district. There's a temple here, and there's this cave made out of stone that kind of looks like a mouth with fangs. So I'm gonna go back in there, and hopefully I will find out more about what I'm supposed to do over there. Maybe that's not where I'm supposed to go. Maybe that's just a coincidence. Maybe there's a different cave shaped like a mouth with fangs, but oh, one way to find out. Alright, so let's talk to some people. No, nothing here. Can I look at these pillars? Read them, maybe? No? Okay. Also revealed a cave shaped like a wolf's maw in an area that looks like a temple district. This seems like the place. Can I talk to the Archdruid? The dwarf wears crimson robes that are stained and streaked with dark patches. His face is smooth but lacking youthful elasticity. It's as if the lines and wrinkles have been formed and erased many times over. He watches you with eyes like two black pits as he wipes his hatchet on his robes. Hail, Estremor.
No one comes to Blood Sands without a purpose. What is yours?
His voice is deep and rough-edged. It echoes like a river in an ancient cave. Who are you?
I am the Archdruid of the Ethic Null. For centuries it has been my duty to guide our rituals and guard our knowledge. It is work that requires a certain resilience, but it is not without its benefits.
His black eyes glitter. Reston's eerily smooth face is motionless as he watches you. Tell me more about the Ethic Null. We are a druidic order that has been in Twin Elms since the Ingwithan times. Our founders came from the White March seeking a place where we might practice our beliefs in peace, as it were. Unlike most of our Glanthathan brethren, we seek answers in the world around us rather than in the teachings of the gods. We believe that all life has power and that this power can be siphoned and conducted. We are not, as some suggest, madmen and murderers. All of our rituals are conducted with willing participants and through methods that have been tested and refined over centuries. He nods, his black eyes shining. This allows us to create the war paint for which we are respected, if not loved. How are you different from the Ovates of the Golden Grove? A dry laugh rasps from his throat. Golden Grove. I remember when Nerona came up with that name. He gives you a darkly gleeful look. Used to be as green as the rest of the forest, you know. We're more similar than they'd like to admit. We both believe in achieving power without the double-edged aid of the gods. But they are fantasies, pure creation, something from nothing. They blind themselves to the fact that all life, from the mightiest dragon to the slimmest blade of grass, requires death, and that the greatest ends require the greatest sacrifice. An interesting thought. I'll have to ponder it further. A wise enough sentiment. I want to know more about your sacrifices. A guttural laugh rumbles from his throat. We merely believe that, in giving up something of value, the energy from that sacrifice can be diverted elsewhere. It is not so different from what folk practice all over the world. If you want to turn the soil, sail a ship or move a cart. You must expend energy. He smooths his robes. But we're best known for our practice of kith sacrifice. This is the most potent form of sacrifice because it releases the most energy. We distill the essence of an entire soul into raw power that can strengthen the body, fortify the soul, and extend life. What's a war paint? A special undulant binding raw essence to the wearer. It grants incredible advantages in combat and has made us indispensable to the tribes. Whatever they say about our practices, almost all of them have made use of our war paint at some time or another. A slow smile spreads across his face. Fascinating indeed how the most strident objections can be overcome by circumstance. All right. Thank you. They say Ethic Null first learned to make war paint in the White March and were banished for it. These halls are not for the weak of spirit. The petitioner before you is swaddled in loose-fitting robes. Her hair is greasy and matted. A glossy film of sweat and grime coats her exposed skin. She has the swollen features of pregnancy and several missing teeth in her big grinning smile. As you approach, she slowly turns to you and examines you from head to toe, smiling the entire time. "Joyous day to you," she says. Despite coming from a wearied body, her voice sounds resonant and relaxed. "I'm Naka, midwife and lorekeeper." This is all stuff we've talked about before. Well, I mean, I've talked to everyone of importance in here. I didn't find out anything about the wolf and the... Smoke curls up from these charred skeletons. The smell is nauseating. About the wolf and the, and the bear. I mean, the lion and the bear. And so maybe this wasn't the place? Huh.
Durance, do you take anything seriously? Or is the entire world just a setup for your idiotic punchlines?
The world is the punchline, Birdwoman. In all its weakness. Would you kill the messenger?
If he were as annoying as you, I'd consider it.
I don't know.
What do you wish to know? Until we meet again.
Alright, it's time to go to a different district. It says I can probably learn more there. And I didn't learn anything in that cave. Maybe that's not the cave.
You know, Durance, just because you follow the goddess of fire doesn't mean you need to literally consume everything you come across.
The fire is a favor I grant to those I meet. It makes them stronger, or it ends them mercifully if not.
The remaining unemptied beer steins of the Deerwood quake in fear.
Alright, I guess off to Old Song I go. Glanthathan woman stares at the ground. Her bushy eyebrows frown in a straight line. Never before has a man slipped past with so much ease. A sign, a dark sign. An elven man waves his hand in an arc over the ground. It has come to pass. At the end of the motion, his long fingers close into a fist. We could not have foreseen it. The Delumgan could not either. The woman shakes her head. And what does that tell us? She notices you, her thick eyebrows arching in surprise. Estermore, excuse us. We are not used to your kind here, under the great trees. If we can assist you, we will. Tell me about the man you speak of. Not Glanthathan. Broke into the tower, here, in Elm's Reach. Nobody saw him come, not even the Delumgan. He moved in silence, like a Stalgar in the shadows. Our hunters caught no scent until it was too late. But we heard the stones crack. When he stepped inside Ter Evron, Dark Omen, I say this. They are ancient children of the giant elms. Our people have lived with the two sisters in peace since we arrived hundreds of years ago. Delumgan could call us friends. We call them our own kin. Our protection, their wisdom. Together we share a strong bond. They have always lived under the shadow of the great elms. Walk until you cross the stream, then you find the Delumgan sisters. Yeah, I've talked to them. Oh! Gallowayne's Maw. Well, okay, now that's definitely the place. Okay, cool. So I was looking for the wrong kid. That is that is most definitely it. Alright, cool. So what else is in this district? Hylia's Shrine, Old Songs Pass, Moonfrost, to Burial Isle, to Hearthsong. Okay.
We can't.
Two wood elves, a man and a woman, wear colorful robes embroidered with matching emblem, a winged egg. Apart from their clothing, they couldn't be more different. She folds her arms and continuously scowls at the broken walls around them. He, on the other hand, mutters prayers. His shade-dappled face is tranquil as a cloudless sky.
Just how are we supposed to worship the Sky Mother from among the weeds, This is a disgrace.
The woman rounds on her companion.
Calm yourself. We should be grateful that she protected us from the winged terror. Besides, even here we have a visitor.
What's this winged terror you speak of?
A dragon. One that has taken up residence in the Nest, the true temple of Helia, and slain many of her faithful. And one which Anuin has been in favor of killing from the beginning.
He winces at Anwin.
But no, you advised caution. Now word spread that the dragon ate a few of our followers, and anyone willing to slay it wants an Anumfoth's ransom for the job.
She throws her hands up to the heavens and shakes her head.
I told you a larger party wouldn't stand a chance. By the time the first half reached the top of the mountain, the second half would still be stuck in the pass. They'd be burned alive. Contrary to Anuin's suggestion, I am in favor of sending someone to kill the dragon. But I suggest a smaller party, and one willing to seek Helia's blessing.
I could go after this dragon.
You could.
What she means is that this is no mere drake. but a fully grown dragon, and one that has willingly moved into a populated area. You'll want every advantage at your disposal, including the blessing of the Sky Mother herself. I would suggest that you petition her directly at Ter Evron, if you haven't already.
She points to a path on her right leading north and up a slope. You want to follow this path here. You'll pass through the North Weald, but the way up the mountain continues from there. It's near one of those big circles laid by the builders. I mean, I'm already petitioned Galloway to get favor. I don't know if I can do multiple gods. It seems kind of greedy to ask more than one god for favor. Were those torture racks?
Hounds. Loyal to a fault without a mind of their own, and a crack of your staff sends them whimpering. What better symbol for Galloway could there be?
She won't accept them, the lines. The viscous liquid gives off a sharp metallic odor.
Arensi has no right to defend that cowering cat in the back of the mall.
Then track her down and tell her yourself. Kareth, this is no place for sightseeing, even for you. The beasts of Galloway's Maw are dangerous, and now more than ever.
A wiry elven man paces the cavern, his face etched with worry lines and his hand irritably thumping his hip. He looks up at you and sighs. What's wrong with the beasts? He stops pacing and turns to you. And it's Galloway's will that they battle.
This is truth.
He looks at you carefully. The Maw has always been home to one great predator. Every so often a challenger comes along and the two battle for territory. But Sol remains in her den, and Oranos can't confront her there. Now, two mighty predators and their kin hunt from the same stock. It's thinning the herds, and it's thinning patience around here too. He resumes his pacing, and this waiting, it's not the deliberate, watchful waiting of a hunter lying in ambush. It's stagnation, tedium, hoping for something to happen. He clenches his hands into a fist. But I'm powerless to act. One half of the fangs will cry favoritism if I try to drag the lioness out myself. I have received a vision from Galawain about these beasts. His tired eyes grow wide. From the clever hound himself? He looks you up and down. If you truly have Galawain's blessing, I won't stand in your way. And if you don't, he grins, then I suspect the beasts will make short work of you. He gives you a heavy iron key. We don't normally permit outsiders to venture into the maw, but you understand that you do so at your own risk, and Soul's lions are likely to attack intruders on sight. Still, perhaps you can coax her into fighting the bear. Do whatever you can to end this stalemate. I want to know about the two predators. There's never been a more cunning hunter than Soul, but some say she's losing her edge. Oranos, on the other hand, is all edge, but many of our number think he's the rightful successor. His fingers drum a restless rhythm on his thigh. Blood simmering. It's going to boil over if a little doesn't spill soon. Would you favor Soul or Oranos? He frowns. I see both sides. Soul's cunning is unmatched, but Oranos is the mightier of the two. Both embody traits prized by Galawain. Where can I find Soul? Straight at the back of the maw. He points down the halls on either side of him. You could get through either way, but mind where your feet step. The maw's a dangerous place, and Soul's pride and her advocates are on the alert. Where's Oranos? Good question. Bear's out hunting right now, but he'll return soon. He's never gone for long. But bears aren't really hunters. Bears are more scavengers. They're reclusive. They don't usually hunt unless they absolutely have to. Tell me about yourself. I'm the leader of the Fangs. We're an order of hunters and warriors devoted to Galawain, and we see that the place of the builders remains pure. Not truly a tribe, but we do gather and argue like one. Our members come from all the tribes, but most of us were born Three-tusked Stalgar, Fisher Crane, and Keepers of the Stone, naturally. What is Galawain's maw?
Yes, a den of beasts sacred to the Lord of the Hunt himself. Historically, the greatest predator of Air Glanfath has claimed the back of the maw as its lair. Lately, however, there's been some dispute as to who should occupy that position. And it's leading to discord among our hunters.
Alright.
Come to see the great Oernos, Estremor? He's out for a hunt, but he'll be back. Unlike that lioness, he doesn't stay cooped up in here for long.
Why can't Oranos go and fight the lioness?
Because she holes up at the back of the maw, surrounded by her pride and the natural hazards of this place. It's not the proper way to meet a challenger. She's got to come out and face Oernos to keep her claim. Anyway, her prime is past. Putting that old beast down would be a mercy at this point.
What are you doing here?
We wait for the big confrontation, but the wait grows exhausting. While Sul hides in the back of the maw, Oernos is denied his victory, and we're all denied the champion we deserve.
The stones at the edge of the chasm are slick and beaded with moisture. Alright, before I go through that door, what's this way? I don't have the key for this door, right? Yeah. I'd probably need a key from him.
Lay low.
Doesn't look like I'm getting through here without a fight, since these are all already hostile, but...
Yeah?
Maybe not, though. Looks like this guy's coming to talk, maybe? Nope. Alright.
Yeah?
Hey.
Que?
Yes.
I hope that didn't just turn everyone hostile against me. No, doesn't look like it. They're cool. Alright. Alright, cool. Yes, Alaf, what would
If
you...
those Delamgon are right, you and I are stuck with our awakenings. Not quite the news I was hoping for.
It distresses me too.
You mean the knowledge that your mind is an unraveling thread and the man holding the other end is a millennia-old priest? Your concern is understandable. And while I hate to turn the subject back to myself, this all has me thinking about Isilmir. And I'm stuck with her now.
It's time you dealt with this, Alaf.
I know.
And on the bright side, I've got plenty of time to figure out how to deal with her. Like it or not, she's part of you. And she could be a source of strength if you learn to work with her.
It's strange. I've lived with her most of my life, and I've always seen her as an adversary. It should have occurred to me the day she stood up to my father. But there's something about being too close to a situation to see it clearly. It will be a relief to stop fighting her.
He's quiet for several seconds. Finally, he nods. Smiles. Even as he says it, something struggles within him. The muscles in his face twitch and his skin quivers. His eyes roll back in his skull, exposing slivers of white. Sweat beads and glistens on his forehead. After several seconds, he sighs and looks back at you. That wasn't as difficult as I expected. I think deep down, I'd always hoped to find a solution elsewhere. When I was a child, I always thought my mother would come home with a mysterious cure, or that my father, without knowing it, could somehow send her away just as he'd called her forth. I can't pretend that I didn't spend years of my arcane training, hoping that one of my instructors would have the answer somewhere in his grimoire. When I joined the Leaden Key, I hoped and believed that, with enough loyal service, I'd gain the ear of someone in the organization who could help me. Even when I met you and realized your unique talents, I hoped you might be able to reach into my soul the way I've seen you do with so many others. I've been looking for someone else to solve my problem, and now I realize that I've got to face it on my own. That's how it's supposed to be. You search for answers elsewhere and find them in yourself.
That's a charming way to think of things. And not an unpleasant one either.
He smiles.
That reminds me of something else the Delamgon said. About the gods not being real.
A cautious, thoughtful look crosses his face. He says it quietly, as if afraid someone might overhear him. I expect we'll figure out what that means eventually.
Yes, I suppose so. Still, I can't help but worry at the state we'd be in if that were somehow true. If there were no power guiding us in this life and shepherding us to the next.
I'm sure we'll find our way on our own.
I hope you're right.
His brow furrows beneath his hood.
Eyes open.
That's another exit out of this place? I didn't know there were multiple entrances. Can I avoid these lions? Nope.
Shed no blood.
Hey.
What?
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Ah, got him!
These lions got no chance against me.
Yeah? Hey.
I kind of feel bad having to fight
Tell
them,
me.
but there's just no way to sneak past them. That's impossible.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Nice and quiet.
Beef stick crits Elder Line for 42 slash damage. Bloody slaughter. Nice. Skill definitely has its uses. Alright, so maybe over here is where that lion is. Soul.
Now this I haven't seen before.
I see no lioness here.
Now this I haven't seen before.
Oh, this looks like a way to cross. Maybe.
See now what the flame has shown us?
Okay, I might check that out on my way out.
My eyes are peeled.
That's settled. Now this
Whoopsie!
I'm ready.
What?
Yes?
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
I shall be discreet.
Your will, Watcher.
Galifal the Drunkard, a local fool, has wandered into the stronghold and tends to stay for a while. Oh, son of a bitch. How much longer from this construction? 6 hours. Oh, we're getting there.
See now what the
Son of a bitch. Thick snarled tangle of dagger-sharp thorns and vines has grown across the passage. As you look, the entire wall of vegetation seems to move, almost like it were breathing. Thick coils of vines twist and writhe across the gap with quiet rustle of foliage. Through the gaps in the twisting vegetation, you catch brief glimpses of what seems to be a wide circular chamber. From time to time you catch sight of tawny hides, and the rustling of vines is briefly obscured by low growls. I think sneaking is the best way. All of my characters have pretty decent stealth. You find a brief opportunity as two vines move in opposite directions, clearing a path, and you carefully step forward. You start off well, moving carefully around and past the web of plants, but halfway through, Durn steps on a dry, dead branch, and a vine suddenly darts forward with unnatural speed. The vines tighten mercilessly around Durn's leg, and the ensuing struggle shakes the surrounding vegetation, stirring it into a writhing frenzy. Durns finally tears their way free and limps out past the edge of the wall. You step out into the next chamber. Oh, at least here it looks like I don't have to fight.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
An elven woman intercepts you as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you've ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Sol's domain, Estremor. She shall not leave it for Ornos or any other challenger. Why does Sol refuse to face Ornos? Ornos is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the bear's supporters want is for Sol to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Sol has an advantage here, it's one she's earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the bear's claws in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each. It's not for us to decide that some of them are worth less than others. The lioness gives a low growl, and Renzi smiles. Also, Sol has recently given birth to cubs. They're small now, but when they grow, they'll be mightier than either Sol or Ornos. But if Sol is killed in combat, the bear will tear her young to shreds. Such is the way of the wild. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in the maw, then her cubs must grow to maturity. What are you doing here with Sol? She looks at the line with something between fondness and admiration, defending the rightful champion of Gallowayne's Maw. Orono's supporters would have her ousted in favor of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize this territory on his own.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Whoopsie.
Yes.
Huh?
Hey.
Tell me,
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
slowly now. Slowly now.
See now what the flame has shown us? That's settled.
Feeling the strain.
Too long has it been since we made camp.
Who just died? Oh, son of a bitch, I haven't saved it. Ah. Al off.
Yes.
Arensi has no right
Carrot.
to defend that cowering
This is no
cat
place. They won't
back of the
fight.
mall.
This is truth. Yes, identify. Then track her down and tell her yourself.
If those Delamgon are right, you and I are stuck with our awakenings. You mean the knowledge that you... And while I hate to turn the subject back to myself, this all... I know. It's strange. That's a charming way to... That reminds me of something else the Delangon said. Yes, I suppose so. I hope you're right.
Quickly and quietly.
Hey.
My mind feels sharp as steel.
Hey.
I'm ready.
If secrets whisper here, I shall listen for them.
Hey. What?
I wish you no harm.
Huh?
Sit! Got him!
Huh?
Hey.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Time to see and not be seen.
Something over there.
Come on, I know there's a trap right there.
Something over there. Something over there.
Thing isn't doing the job.
It's
I need something stronger!
This thing isn't doing the job.
Huh?
Hey,
I'm ready.
See now, just like an adherent to go down fast.
Slowly now.
These fucking traps. Let me save my game lest I lose all this frickin' progress again.